wisdom was sadly lacking. In fact, the citizens of that day knew it best not to even ask. Fortunately, now there's firstgov.gov, the official place to turn when you need information about federal, state, and local government. Whether it's how to get a student loan, renew your passport, or even apply for a small business loan. All three of which, as numerous historians have noted, were remarkably absent from Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. So go to firstgov.gov. Who knows? If Abe had it in his day, he could have checked out an auction and traded that drafty log cabin for a nice condo on Maui. Firstgov.gov, a monumental source of useful information.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush. On SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, this is Teddy Parrish, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
And we're back. Hey, man, we got a chance to talk about something that's real important, like we told y'all earlier. The Crush will be able to be doing some play-by-play and color analysis this weekend. So,
South State tripping.
Tell them about the program that's going on.
So, man, what we got, man? We got the Proconcious Athletes All-Star Classic, man. It's going to be March 13th at North Atlanta High School, man. And you and I will be doing play-by-play along with the gentleman at Kennesaw State.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that. So, first, introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Jermaine Thompson.
And we know Jermaine. He's been around.
Yeah, man, that's fam right there. That's fam right there.
We got pictures with him. So
yeah.
So Jermaine's here. Talk about what's going on this Sunday and what people can look forward to when they come out.
Well, yes, there'll be a tournament on Sunday featuring the top high school players in the state of Georgia, the best of the North, the South, the East, and the West. But before the tournament, you know, this is just really an introduction to Proconcious athletes.
Right.
You know, I've always wanted to do the tournament, so I felt like this would be a major attraction because it's never been done in the state. You know, you have your basic North-South games, so I said let's break down Georgia, North, South, East, and West. But Proconcious Athletes is an organization that I developed because just kind of tired of seeing our athletes fail.
Right.
You know, they get blessed, you know, or we think they're blessed, but sometimes it ends up being a curse, you know, because they're not prepared. We wonder why we see these athletes do what they do, you know, constantly. All you have to do is turn on ESPN and look at the bottom ticker.
Definitely.
And we see them constantly, you know, making bad decisions, and honestly, it's really not their fault.
Right.
It's they just haven't been prepared, you know, because they're quote unquote elite athletes. They're looked at as checks, dollar signs, and so, you know, we're not utilizing. Sports can be used for every character building thing that we can think of.
No doubt.
Sports can be used for, because most of the times these kids, that's what they love. They love sports, so you teach them through that, you know. If they not doing good in school, or they're acting a fool, because a lot of times they have that spirit of entitlement and so forth early, because everyone's doing for them and so forth. Sit them down if they're not doing what they're supposed to do. But they get everything, and they're not being prepared. You know, everybody doesn't want to make them mad because they're looking at them as their way out.
Right.
So what Proconcious is an organization that is going to help to prepare them and empower them, teach them to empower themselves and to empower those around them, and to come together. You know, we saw what happens when athletes come together at University of Missouri. You know, just the power that they have if they come together. You know, and they can do business projects together. They can do community service together. They can do all that together. So we just want to teach them. So this is the introduction for Proconcious athletes. Now, we do have some of the top ball players in the state, but also in the country.
Right.
You know, we probably got about 15 ball players that are in the top 100. You know, so it's going to be it's going to be a treat. It really is. We're going to have a slam dunk competition. We're going to have a 3-point competition,
I might get in there 3-point.
and a skills competition. So
Oh, no, I'm getting the skill competition. Yeah,
it's going to be fun. In the morning time, we're going to have workshops. We're going to have a branding workshop, teaching them how to brand themselves, use social media.
I don't want you to rush through it. We're going to get you back. We got another segment.
Okay,
We got to do some
okay.
young players they in here with us.
Okay,
So we
okay.
got y'all.
Get me started, man.
Somebody over here with that crossover. Ask about the crossover.
Yeah. So stay with us, man. We're going to come back. We're going to talk more about that, but I also want to introduce some of the players that will be playing this weekend. So stay with us, man. See, positive, Proconcious. I like the name of it. So stay with us. We'll be back. It's The Crush.
Hello, and welcome to today's lottery drawing. Good luck. And here's today's winning numbers. First one up, it's not yours. Second one, not yours. And another number that's not yours. Okay, this is one number that's yours. It's a 5, but you don't get any money for that. And the final number is not yours.
Yep, so chances are you're not going to hit the lottery anytime soon. Don't get us wrong, the lottery can be fun every now and then. Just please don't rely on it for your future savings. How about this? Brew your own coffee at home instead of buying that latte every day. Brown bag it to work instead of ordering in. Ride your bike instead of buying all that gas. These changes alone can save you thousands a year. Thousands. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feed that piggy bank. Go to feedthepig.org for more free ideas on how to save. Feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to MichaelMcFadden.com. That's MichaelMcFadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level. Yo, it's your boy Michael McFadden. If you hear my voice right now, that means you're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Shout out to them Cowboys. Not for real. Maceo Glaze, what up?
And we're back. So, Coach, this is your first annual doing this?
Yes, this is the first annual, the inaugural.
We expect more.
Proconcious.
I mean, we just started with this. We just started.
This is going to be something for years to come.
So, but wait a minute. We got a couple of young players up here. We got to let them. So, over there in the corner, let's make sure the periscope over there. Pull them in. There it is.
There you go. There they made it.
Yeah.
Be on YouTube tomorrow.
So, introduce yourself. What high school and what position you guys play?
So, my name is Messiah Thompson. I go to North Atlanta High School. I play point guard, and I'm very excited to play in this game this summer. So y'all tune in to watch us.
I'm Kyle Sturtevant. I go to Norcross High School. I've also played point guard, and I'm looking to compete against the top players in the state and kill my brother right here.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Cross them up.
Nothing like a little competition.
So what do you guys, you talked about just being able to play against the top competition, but, you play in high school, but these are the ones that, got the little names behind that you get to play against. What's the most important? What are y'all really looking forward to this week?
Just competing against each other and making a name for ourselves, and also learning about what Proconcious is and becoming a Proconcious athlete. I'm very excited to do that.
That's what's up.
I can dig that right there. So let me ask you guys this, especially just being ninth graders. Are you already thinking about college? Are you thinking about what I want to do on the next level, even though you're just in the ninth grade?
Yeah, a lot.
Of course, that's our goal every day. Well, mine, I know his is that. I think we strive to do more than just high school. We're trying to get a free education from basketball.
Oh,
use
boy,
basketball
say that again.
as a resource, and that's how we think of it.
Free education. Again, that's what people don't really understand. Like, don't matter where you go to school, you want to have the opportunity to continue to play at the next level.
Hey, before y'all go, we're going to let y'all meet a guy who's out there now who's coached on the highest of levels.
Yeah.
He's also used to coach Kennesaw State. He's coached with the University of Florida when they won that.
He got that championship ring.
Oh, really?
So we're going to let y'all meet him. His name is Coach Lewis Johnson. We're going to let you meet him after this.
Lewis Preston.
Preston.
My
My
God.
head is
Yeah.
y'all, you know my situation. You know my situation, man.
I know your situation.
Hey, so Coach, just, when you put something like this together, what goes on into it? What makes you sit down and be like, man, I got to do something, man. I just, because I know a few of the members on your board, too, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, I was, back in 2006, I was the head girls basketball coach at Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy. And I got to know Javaris Critterton very well during that time. Yes.
You see how we grown on that.
Yeah. I mean, he was my son Messiah's. He's like a big brother to him. He used to carry him on his shoulders. Right. So, and I knew, Javaris before, when he was 10, 11. I knew,
Right.
So when I saw what happened to Javaris, and like I say, I just don't think he was prepared.
Guidance.
Like he should have, because so much comes with being an elite athlete.
So many people pulled at that kid. It was utterly ridiculous.
Yeah. And I see living in the house, with my son, just how much just comes at these guys,
Yeah.
These two guys, they played together. I had the honor of coaching them from when they were 9 years old for 4 years.
Right.
And just at that point, as they got older, you just saw the different energies that were around them. So I just decided, I said, man, something has to happen. Just look on bowl week.
Oh, yeah.
How many guys get suspended on bowl week?
So much people never understand just the drama that goes on with these guys. Because, again, it's so many people pulling them for all the wrong reasons.
Right.
And the thing, when you talk about a kid like Javaris, I tell people this all the time. If Javaris would have stayed in school at least one more year, he would. The problem that he's having today, he would never been in those situations.
But he never, listen, when Javaris was a senior in high school, he told me, Coach, I'm one and done, man.
Yeah.
And if he was better prepared, he would have been okay. And just being better prepared, I'm also a mental health professional.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's very, very important, man, that you deal with, your shortcomings and just different things that go on. You got to deal with that stuff, man, because it will come back to haunt you.
Yeah. Because, again, like I say, the thing with Javaris, because I know the situation well.
Yes.
And, again, the biggest thing was him saying he's one and done because other people were telling him to be one and done. Dude, develop.
I don't know if I don't. Yes and no. Javaris was, to this day, was the most competitive person, just like most of these elite dudes. And they want to be there. They want to be at the top. He used to compete at such a high level, man. It was just something that he always wanted because he was the top of his class. I mean, there was no one better than Javaris at that position.
No, he wasn't.
So of course he wants to. Of course that's what he's thinking. I'm one and done. He was at the school with Dwight. Dwight went straight to the league, and they put the rule in place.
But again, Dwight was 6'11".
Yes.
You're not 6'11". You know how many point guards like you really around the country? Yeah.
No, he should have stayed.
No doubt.
Let me ask these young fellas real quick. So, you guys had to get on your high school teams. And
that boy got them 11s on.
I see him. And you, what does point guard mean to both of you?
All right, I'm going to answer this first. A point guard gets his team involved. He's the coach on the court. He attacks his teammates' mind, like, to get them going in the game, to like
that's real
so they
point
can know what they need to do, like move without the ball.
Yeah.
Like how, like a real point guard knows how to go at his teammates when they're up, when they're down, when they're up, or like certain players you might go at them hard, but some certain players you got to come at them soft. Just like be a psychologist on the court. That's what I feel.
Wow. Yeah. What about you, young fella?
To piggyback on what he said, I think point guard starts in the classroom, in the weight room. When guys see you leading there, they automatically feel like, okay, he'll lead me on the court because I seen him put the work in. I seen him doing the things that requires to be the best. So I think point guard is, very, like I was saying earlier, leadership. And if you're not a leader, I don't believe you can be a good point guard. You know, and that matters. That's facilitating the scoring. You got to be an effective leader.
I need to call that game. That need to be the game I need to call. So I'm going to be nice to them guys now.
Yeah.
Until they turn it over.
He got real. He got real. He's a diaper daddy. Well, Coach, before we leave, we thank you for coming on.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell everybody about what's going on this weekend so everybody can jump in and come and enjoy it with everybody.
Okay, so Sunday, March 13th, North Atlanta High School, Proconcious All-Star Classic, featuring the top basketball players from the north, south, east, and west of Georgia. It's the first time this has ever been done. I'm telling you, it's going to be a treat. Slam dunk contest, three-point contest, skills contest, live stream. I mean, it's going to be a great atmosphere in there. Great.
Well, thank you, man. We're going to be there. The Crush will be in the building.
I'm on the call.
So we're going to have a bunch of fun. Thank you, guys. Stay around. We got to take some photos, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Appreciate it.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined.
Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Can I have a price check on aisle... ma'am?
Yeah.
Don't look down, but there's a giant python wrapped around your leg.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's probably nothing.
Nothing? Shouldn't I don't know, like, call someone?
No, I don't have the time. I'm late as it is. If it keeps up, I haven't looked at.
Are you sure? That's a pretty big snake.
No, I'm fine. Thank you, though. You're very sweet.
You wouldn't ignore this, so why ignore the signs of a stroke? If you or someone you know suddenly experiences numbness of the face, arm, or leg, or sudden trouble speaking, seeing, or walking, don't wait to get help. Call 911 right away, because time lost is brain lost. To find out more, visit www.strokeassociation.org or call 1-888-4-STROKE. This message brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Hello, and welcome to today's lottery drawing. Good luck. And here's today's winning numbers. First one up, it's not yours. Second one, not yours. And another number that's not yours. Okay, this is one number that's yours. It's a 5, but you don't get any money for that. And the final number is not yours.
Yep, so chances are you're not going to hit the lottery anytime soon. Don't get us wrong, the lottery can be fun every now and then. Just please don't rely on it for your future savings. How about this? Brew your own coffee at home instead of buying that latte every day. Brown bag it to work instead of ordering in. Ride your bike instead of buying all that gas. These changes alone can save you thousands a year. Thousands. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feed that piggy bank. Go to feedthepig.org for more free ideas on how to save.
Feed the pig!
.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Do you have student loans and are worried about making your payments? Stop worrying. Now, Direct Student Aid can help you if you are behind, if you are late, or even if you are in default on your student loans. We can help cut your payments fast. We provide student loan relief, getting you relief from your student loans right away. We will stop any harassing phone calls, stop any wage garnishments, and even remove any tax liens. No matter how much you owe or how far behind you are with payments, call our established Direct Student Aid toll-free assistance line right now. We can fix your student loan problems guaranteed. That's right. We guarantee we will get your student loan out of default and cut your payments right away. We have helped thousands of people just like you fix their student loans. Best of all, it's 100% guaranteed. Don't go another day with your loans behind or in default. Our specialists are waiting for your call. Call 866-855-6516. That's 866-855-6516. Again, call 866-855-6516. That's 866-855-6516.
Yeah, what's going on? It's Mr. Butterlove himself, and you're locked into the Sensation Station. You know what it is. SSN, like Social Security Network, but it's a Sensation Station Network. SSNATL.com. Log in, do something, keep it locked. Fly with the crush guy.
Yes, you did. And we're back.
She gets on my nerves.
We're going into Madness with Coach Lewis Preston right now.
Uh-oh. Coach in the building.
We about to talk about it. Hey, Coach, it's that time, man.
Coach, I made me an All-American team, Coach. Oh, my God. I got it all, Coach.
Conference tournament starting.
Conference tournament finna start.
Tomorrow. Coach. So, Coach, before we get into Macio's, let's go through a few of the conferences and see what you like in this.
Okay.
Weekend.
Okay.
ACC, who you liking winning this thing right here?
I just like North Carolina's depth.
Yeah.
If they come out and play the way that they played at Cameron Indoor to win the regular season outright, I think it's going to be hard to beat them. I still have them as the last team standing when it's all said and done.
Wow.
Yeah.
You hear it here first. What about the Big 12?
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Oklahoma got no chance? Or
I mean, they got a chance, though, but, I mean,
Delp.
Coach Self, something else. That team, Perry Ellis is 35. He's been there since, Dean Smith was there. Coach Smith.
They done found their groove, too.
Yeah.
Kansas done found their groove.
They're getting hot at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Big East. I'm just going down and look about the top 6.
I like Xavier out of the Big East.
Ooh. And so, for Coach, you called it game last week, the week before last. You said Xavier going to beat Villanova. You called it.
Yeah. It's hard to win at the Cintas Center, man. It's hard to win. Hard to win.
Who you liking in the Big Ten?
You know what? Indiana looks great on paper.
Yeah.
But, when you go back and you look at their conference schedule, their Big Ten schedule was 14th.
Wow.
Rated overall. I think at the end of the day, this is the month of Izzo.
You can't go through. You
got to go through
Sparty.
You got to go through Sparty.
Not going against that guy.
No.
Pac-12.
That guy.
You know what? Believe it or not, I was watching Arizona the other day, and when they put it on Stanford pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's something about that Cal team. It's something about Cal that I really like. I really like Quanjo Martin as well. I think they can get it together there in the Pac-12 tournament. But, I talked about it last time. I think it's going to be hard to beat Utah when it's all said and done. I like to see Utah-Cal maybe play for the Pac-12 championship.
That's going to be a real good one.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, SEC.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
I try to, I try to like Texas A&M. They lost too many games down the stretch, but also at the same time, one of the things I will say about Texas A&M, they got a veteran squad. When you got a couple fifth-year guys, you can kind of make a run there. So I like to see those two possibly play for the SEC championship when it's all said and done.
All right, see, now we just ran down it real quick. We'll talk more about it next week and say, hey, Coach, did you see that coming?
Like, what happened?
Yeah. What you got, Mace?
Man, so, Coach, this is my first team All-American squad this year.
Okay.
Denzel Valentine.
Yes.
Buddy Hield.
Yes.
Bryce Johnson.
Yes.
Tyler Eulis.
Yes.
And Malcolm Brogdon, Virginia.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
You need that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. I was looking. The kid from Virginia, he just really, I didn't realize his game was that good. I sat there and actually watched him the other day. He can get buckets. He get them in bunches.
You know what's interesting is a lot of people don't realize kids from this area played at Greater Atlanta Christian, and he's pretty good over there too. I've always said this. I think Eddie Martin, he's now the coach at Buford. I think he's one of the best high school basketball coaches in this state.
Wow.
Known him for about 15 years, and I tell you, his kids just develop. They get better, and then it's almost like they go to college and they don't miss a beat. Whether it's Malcolm Brogdon, and you got Isaiah Wilkins there. Well, he coached Jody Meeks, he coached Gani Lawal, Al Farouk Aminu, all at Norcross. So I think he does a phenomenal job. And those kids they go on and have great college careers, and then take it to that three-letter league.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, man, when we come back, man, I want to ask your opinion about a few things. The whole Ben Simmons saga. I want to ask your opinion on that. And also, those bubble teams, who really needs to have some good tournaments to get in?
Gonzaga need to win tonight.
Boy. Ooh. So we got some more talk, man. That's what we do on Tuesdays.
Well, hoops, baby. Yeah. College hoops, March Madness.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place mission first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert, and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush. SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
And we're back. Still in the madness with Coach Preston. So, Coach, let me just jump real quick on the guy. What do you think about Gary Payton Jr.?
You know what? He's really nice.
Oregon State, they
I mean, they got them like on the first four out right now.
Yeah.
If they can win a couple games in the Pac-12, they make it to the Pac-12 championship. They should definitely be in. I had no idea he was that athletic.
Me either.
Very nice.
You know, Dad's all in the stands.
All in the stands. And when he wore his dad's jersey number for senior day, that was the coach, a kid, local kid that I'm not gonna say I've been disappointed in this play. Tony Parker out of UCLA.
I can't quite put my finger on that one. I thought he would have been a little bit more dominant.
Yeah.
For UCLA this year, especially down in the paint. I thought between he and the Tarzewski kid and then Jake Podol out of Utah, those three guys would have really dominated the inside. It's just they just haven't been able to. I don't know if it's snake bitten. They lost a lot of close games, but nothing like they were last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
So, Coach, we talked about Oregon State being one of the teams on the bubble. What are the teams that probably need to win one or two more games do you see to get in?
All right, Gonzaga has to beat St. Mary's, and you're talking about 17 years in a row that they've won.
Yeah,
made it to the NCAA tournament,
wow.
So that's an interesting streak right
there. Jeopardy.
Yeah, definitely in jeopardy. you know, you got a couple other teams. Though, I mean, probably Gonzaga sticks out the most to me. There's a couple bowl teams here. You're hoping that the teams in the mid-major conferences that need to win.
Yeah.
You know, going back to the conference tournaments, I think one of the best stories nobody's talking about is the way Austin Peay.
Ooh,
How they won the Ohio Valley, and then they kind of rallied by, you know, around coach's granddaughter.
Shout out to Yale.
Yeah, absolutely.
54
absolutely.
years. Yeah.
Breaking the drought.
Yep.
Do you like the way that the Ivy League do it with no conference?
I like it. It just goes back to, you know, it makes the regular season very important.
Right.
You know, each and every game is very important. You know, Coach Amaker's done a great job at Harvard and has been very consistent with that. You know, it's good to see some people there given a different chance. Coach Jones, you know, got to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Great coach, great guy, getting Yale to the NCAA tournament.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Coach, this kid right here, Ben Bentil at Providence. Last year, he was awful last year, Coach. He was bad. I mean, the kid's averaging 21 points now.
It's a great example of when you free your mind, you get back in the gym and get back to basics and be really good at what you need to be good at. Everything else takes care of itself. When you decide to be somebody that you're not on the court or off the court, it will come back to haunt you. And that's the reason why this kid's had such a great year. Also, I give a lot of kudos to Ed Cooley, probably one of the most underrated coaches in the country for the job that he does in developing talent. What Chris Dunn and Ben Bentil have done this year for Providence, you know, I hope those guys get a chance to, you know, get to the tournament and do some things.
Hey, man, when we come back, man, we're going to finish up. Coach, we're going to, like we said, we're going to talk about the Ben Simmons. I also want to talk a little bit, if we have time, about your take on the whole SMU thing. Because there was an article written in the New York Times recently that kind of put a whole light on this thing. So let's see if we can get into that when we come back. Stay with us.
Did you know that Lions Clubs International has been collecting used eyeglasses for years? Lions members take the donated glasses, classify them by prescription, and redistribute them to needy people all over the world. Each year, over 1 million pairs of eyeglasses are given to those who may not be able to afford proper eye care. Take a look around your house. I'm sure you'll find at least one pair of glasses that no longer fits your prescription. Someone, somewhere, can use those glasses. Lions Clubs everywhere urge you to take the time to find your old glasses and then take them to the convenient drop-off sites in your community. This message brought to you by Lions Clubs International.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction.
Invest $49 a month at a real gym.
For more info, go to facebook.com/Jeans Body Tech.
What is this? You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Hey, we're back. Why you want to go and do that, huh? I see. We're back, man. We're finishing up In the Madness with Coach Preston. So, Coach, what are your take on the whole Ben Simmons thing? For those who know, Ben Simmons basically was ruled academically ineligible before the Wooten Award, which is the nation's best player. To me, it's funny he got banned from that, but he didn't get banned from playing. They ain't made enough money off him yet.
I think it's sad. I think what's really sad is that, you know, he was kind of murky on how it was all presented. And kid's one of the best players, might be the best player in college basketball this year. So For him not to be part of that final 15, that was really disappointing because I go back now and question, all right, what's the Wooden Award really all about here? And let's make sure we get a clear definition of that moving forward.
Yeah. Cool. Because I went and, I went on a little rant. I went and pulled up like some of the past winners. I'm like, a few of these guys outside of Kevin Durant, I mean, like Jimmer Fredette won this award. I mean, come on. Mm-hmm. Like, this award is not going to define him at the next level. Right. You know, because, again, he told everybody from the jump, man, I'm only here for basketball season, and I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. And he's pretty much doing that. and there's probably 350 other programs that would have taken him for 1 year.
I mean, no doubt. And to me, I was just like, okay, you picked LSU. Mm-hmm. Okay, this guy could have been at Duke. This guy could have been at Carolina. I mean, come on, LSU. Enjoying what? Because you may not get another kid like this for a long time.
Mm. Very transcendent, like Shaq was.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and Chris Jackson. Yeah. Oh, we can keep going. Yeah. Stanley Roberts.
Well, it's been a long time since they had a player like this at LSU. So, hey, Mason, what you got, man?
Okay, Coach. So I gave my, of course, he was my freshman of the year. I gave my coach of the year, Bill Self. And I was just talking about 12 straight conference titles. His team, like you were saying, they got hot at the right time. Mm-hmm. Their team, when I'm filling out my bracket, I'm going to look long and hard and like, I may have them all the way to the Final Four. Mm-hmm. Will I be wrong if I pick them to go that far?
Who? Kansas. Yes. Outside of a couple family friends of ours in Stevens who are big Kansas fans, they say every time Kansas is the #1 seed, they get upset. I told them they need to put that to rest. I think they're going to be one of the last four standing when it's all said and done. Two guys that I could easily say for Coach of the Year, as well as Bill Self, Tony Bennett at Virginia. Mm-hmm. Once again, definitely top 5 team in the country. And you just keep looking at that roster and like, how in the world is he doing it? They just defend you. They make you play their tempo, and then they just beat you with their style of basketball. Probably one that nobody's really talking about. Tubby Smith did an incredible job at Texas Tech this year.
Without a doubt.
Incredible job.
Another guy who can just flat out coach. Who can just flat out coach everywhere. He was winning at Minnesota. I
went up against him a few times.
He was winning at Georgia when nobody was winning at Georgia basketball. Kentucky and everything. So, Coach, man, this weekend after we do this, next weekend we get into the tournament. So I can't wait, man. It's a good time of the year.
Man, I'm telling you, this is like Christmas all over again.
Yeah, man. Hey, who you like in the A-10 tournament?
Wow. You know what? VCU's playing, well, they had a couple bumps here and there. Dayton, it'll be interesting to see how they play. I tell you who could be a sleeper team in the A-10 tournament could be St. Bonaventure.
St. Bonaventure. Yeah. They in my notes too, Coach. They in my notes.
St. Bonaventure, definitely.
Hey, man, when we come back, we're going into the Crush recap. So stay with us, man. It's the Crush.
It's all about hoops.
Hello, and welcome to today's lottery drawing. Good luck. And here's today's winning numbers. First one up, it's not yours. Second one, not yours. And another number that's not yours. Okay, this is one number that's yours. It's a 5, but you don't get any money for that. And the final number is not yours.
Yep, so chances are you're not going to hit the lottery anytime soon. Don't get us wrong. The lottery can be fun every now and then. Just please don't rely on it for your future savings. How about this? Brew your own coffee at home instead of buying that latte every day. Brown bag it to work instead of ordering in. Ride your bike instead of buying all that gas. These changes alone can save you thousands a year. Thousands. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feed that piggy bank. Go to feedthepig.org for more free ideas on how to save. Feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Mom, Dad, guess what? Now how you're always talking to me about not doing drugs like pot and ecstasy and cocaine, how they're dangerous and illegal. Well, you don't have to worry anymore. My friends and I have found a much better way to get high. And you'll be happy to know it's not even illegal. Nice, huh? Want to know what we're doing? All right, I'll tell you. We use cough medicine. Seriously, the stuff in the medicine cabinet, You didn't notice it was missing? Oh, well, I guess lucky for me then.
Last year, more than 2 million teens risked blackouts, seizures, even comas, intentionally abusing ordinary cough medicine, the kind in virtually every home in America. Never heard of it? Bet your kids have.
And it's got to be safe, because it's medicine, right?
When you talk to your kids about drugs, make sure you start with the ones in the medicine cabinet. Need help getting the conversation started? Go to drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
You're listening to Twin Sports TV, and shout out to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Get your game up. Woo!
And we're back. Going into the Crush recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
With Blunt Power, 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power
at their website, bluntpower.com, or go to their Facebook page, Blunt Power, and or their Twitter page at Blunt Power. Hey, first of all, a great show today, man. Had Atlanta City Council President Caesar Mitchell in here.
Big, man, big, man.
We had the young fellas from Proconcious. This tournament's going to be big. We get to call some games this week.
Man, they done messed around and let us do color commentary.
This should be fun.
Man, I got to decide what I'm going to wear.
Yeah.
Am I going to go Dickie V? Am I going to go Mike Tirico?
Yeah.
Or I'm going to go John Gruden?
I'm going to go buy some fake glasses and wear them so I seem like I'm educated.
Look, I might need some glasses to see them boys run up and down the floor.
I can hear me. Hey, Mason, what just happened, man?
They better not let me score the dunk contest. I'm going to be hard on some folk, but
Mason,
no creativity.
Like Mason High School.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Yeah.
We had Coach here, man, of course, doing this thing. So, Coach, man, how hard is it? Because there's a story out in the New York Times recently on March about the Keith Frazier and what went down at SMU. How hard is it today for these kids, man, to take a kid that had trouble pass and take him and try to make him work in the system? Because today is about winning and doing like that. So when you hear stories like this about these young fellas, what do you think?
Being a coach, you think you can save everybody.
Right. Part of coaching.
And one of the things is part of your ego. You feel like you can save a young man, and if you can help get that young man in the right direction, you can see the light bulb come on, and he just takes off. I think it's the best feeling you could ever, receive or ever get as a coach. But there are just some young men out there, young women, young people. You cannot save everybody.
No matter what you do.
It's interesting now because it really is a shorter span in regards. You got to win, pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then once you do win, you get to leverage that power to either make more money or move up the coaching ladder. But I think a lot of times we do forget about the kids.
Right.
And, we still have to remember that they're 18 to 23 years old. And
boy,
they're going to still make young adult mistakes. And the only problem is like with social media and everything, it's out in a millisecond.
It's magnified.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's the funny thing about it, Coach. When you sit there and you look at, like, say, it used to be a time, before social media, you had to wait till Sports Center came on. You had to wait till the news come on to find out what happened. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't even have to watch Sports Center now because you already know what went on in the game.
Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing is now, people are instigating situations and then putting that camera phone on.
Oh,
and
yeah,
recording
definitely.
It, and then they're sending it out. And before you can even get back to, in a situation, maybe talk to your coach or whomever you need to talk to, it's already out there.
It's been retweeted 10,000 times.
Exactly. So I tell you, my piece of advice to all young people, all student athletes across the board, before you press send, You better understand what you are actually putting out there,
Yeah.
because you cannot take it back.
Can't take it back.
And I've seen a lot of young men and women lose scholarships and opportunities to play because they decided to send something out. I don't care if you do or do not like your coach or somebody within the program or the organization. Do not press send. Herm Edwards has said that a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I am piggybacking him on that one. Do not press send.
Read it like 5 times. Matter of fact, sit it down, read it again, and be like, nah, that don't make no sense. No.
You know what? You better get a journal and write it down. Make it a tell-all book later on. Make it a tell-all book.
I'll tell you later.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
So, the A-10 finishes. No. Gonzaga, the West Coast. That's tonight, right?
They're playing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, my boys got back in. Florida Gulf Coast, baby.
Are they in again?
They got back in.
Dunk City. Now, that A-Sun, that was crazy in regards to if Florida Gulf Coast would have lost to Stetson, North Florida would have represented.
Yeah, they would have got in. Yeah.
That makes no sense. But that's for a whole different day.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we can't wait to see when they break out the 64. Cause they'll do it this Sunday, right?
Yeah, it's going to be this Sunday.
So we're going to have our brackets in here.
They're going to be 6 to 8.
That's right. Oh,
yeah, 6 to 8.
Play-in games.
The 2 play-in games.
Yeah. We'll have our bracket and laugh when about a week or two. Like, man, this ain't nothing.
I hope they don't have Yale in the play-in game. I just really hope that. I want to see them play like Thursday. Like a Thursday, Friday, like one of them 12-10 games. Mm-hmm. And, like, so you check your bracket and be like, you got an upset already.
I go back to this one. For a program that's building momentum, I almost think you want to play in the play-in games.
Yeah.
The first 4, as they like to call
it.
You're the only game in the entire NCAA tournament, and you're not competing with anybody else.
I didn't think about that, Coach.
Exactly. I mean, you are the show. You kick it off. Everybody's watching.
Everybody watching.
Everybody's watching. And it's like, so from that standpoint, it's almost like you kind of want to now. The disadvantage to it, you got to leave Dayton, Ohio, and you don't know where you're going to next.
Yeah, you got to get to the site.
Yeah. So if you're on Tuesday, you're playing Thursday. If it's on Wednesday, you're playing Friday. And you're normally playing Friday at noon or Thursday at 11:35.
Coach, real quick, Coach, how tough is it, just the nerves of getting ready for that tournament? Because everybody waits for March Madness. And before you take, just looking at the kids, are these kids ready to go? Is it really nerve-wracking for those kids to understand the stage that they're on?
I think it's exciting. Also, at the same time, you got some young men, they are playing for their futures.
Yeah.
So that's the pressure. You got people in their ears, trying to tell them you got to do this, this, and this if you want to get to where you need to get to. So you got all those things going on. I also think one of the interesting things is coaches, this is where you don't get sleep. You don't get sleep. I mean, I remember when we made that run to win it in 2007, man, we didn't sleep hardly at all.
Because once the game over, you got to go look at the film.
You got to go look at the next one. And then you calling everybody that you know, a friend of a friend of a friend, hey, what's Ohio State doing? Or, what's Georgetown going to do? What's UCLA? But,
Give me a quick scouting report.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So it's like, it's an incredible amount of energy, and then when you're the last team standing, there's a level of excitement you cannot describe, and then it's a decompression from there. It's just like, all right, decompress. You go try to sleep for about 3 days straight, and then you know what?
Next weekend is back on.
You got to turn back around and go recruiting again.
Wow.
Or if you're Nick Saban, you just come in about 2 o'clock in the morning and said, I hope y'all enjoy it. Meet me in the office at 7.
Don't take no time.
Champions, man. Hey, the hearts of a champion, man. Hearts of a champion.
Champions take no days off.
So, yeah, man. So, like I say, we got it's this time, the weekend conference tournament. Enjoy them, guys. March Madness is going to be off the chain. Again, thanks to Cesar Mitchell for joining us. Had fun with me. It was real interesting.
Man, laid back guy, man. I was glad we were able to, because he's always so serious, man. It was good to see him laugh and lighten up a little bit. And then the picture's going to be crazy. He throwing up 8-towns and deuces and everything.
Yeah, I already posted them on Twitter, some of them. So.
Oh, he did? Oh, my God. That's going to be funny.
Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Coach.
My pleasure.
See you next Tuesday, man.
Absolutely.
Coach, you got to help me fill out the bracket too, Coach. Yeah, we're going to have our sitting there like, what you like about this one? Yeah. What you think about this one, Coach? Yeah. I'm going to text you a few times now.
I'll give you advice. I don't know if it'll work.
All right, Mace. Let's do this again, man.
Hey, man, we back Monday, man.
All right, we actually going to be doing something this Sunday, so.
Yeah.
Check us out, man. It's the Crush. See y'all.
You.
Well, you'll see what happens. Sensation Station Network.
Just like an angel off the page, you have a fit to my life. Feel like a
Hey, man.